Wow, how amazing is that this video actually helped us sum up what we're already going to be discussing today. So let's start. It all starts with which mindset we choose to live with. Are we living in a mindset of scarcity, thinking that we never have enough, which is the lie that the world tells us? Or are we living with a mindset of abundance, which is what we already have in Jesus? What do we mean by mindset? Well, it's basically the way in which you choose to see or think about any given situation. It's kind of like this. The world wants you to look at everything through this one lens, and it wants you to believe that we will never have enough, and we're always going to be in lacking because the world wants us to look at only the physical. But when we allow the Holy Spirit to come and show us the truth, we see that through what Jesus did for us and who we are in Him, we already have everything we need, and we can be generous and be gracious towards others. Like my brother giving me his ice cream. Because we know that God always takes care of us, and we will never be lacking. We just need to put on the right glasses and live from that mindset. We were made to be gracious. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing news to know that we can live from abundance because of what we have in Jesus, and therefore we have much to give. What a powerful discovery this has been for me. I want to challenge you to put on the Holy Spirit glasses and live from an abundance this week. Be generous to the world around you so that they can also discover God's abundance. Are you going to do it? I hope so. So let's be generous and gracious to the world around us.
Wow, that was indeed a great time of digging deep. We got some gold today. Before we end today's session, I want to go back to our word for today and what the weird spelling is all about. Generosity. I have much to give. We spelt it like that because we want to be a generous city. Our dream is to see a city who know God, love people, and impact the world around them. Ultimately, we want to see a city where God reigns, and a practical outflow of that will be generous people living from a mindset of abundance. Now, when we talk about giving, we often tend to think this means money. But giving is so much more than that. You can give time, your talents, your treasures. Time is about spending time helping someone, or listening to them, or maybe even reading to an older person. It's about giving some of your time in what form they might need. Then we have talent. That means helping someone with the skills that you are naturally good at. It can be something practical, like helping a friend who struggles with math, to explain it to them. I would need someone to explain to me, I'm not good at math. Or maybe you can even help someone build something that you're really good at building. And finally, even treasure does not necessarily mean money. It could mean giving blankets or food to people in need, helping someone with a physical need that they need, whatever that may be. I would like us to think about what generosity in those three components look like practically, and how we can begin to be generous with our time, treasure, and talents in our everyday lives. I would like you to pause your video and talk about a practical way of being generous. If you're watching alone, grab a pen and paper and write down some practical ways that you can show generosity in all three of these areas in your everyday lives. Wow guys, I really enjoyed all of the practical ways that we can be generous in our city. I want to challenge you to make at least one of those ideas a reality this week. Living from a mindset of abundance calls for practical application, and to choose daily to live from that reality. Remember to click on the link below to download instructions and our special preteen journal. Please tell us how you were generous to your city on one of our special media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok by tagging us Doxadeo Kids. And remember, we have a parent guide and fun activities in the links below. I cannot believe it, but next week is our final installment of our Follow series, so make sure that you are tuned in for that. Until then, live generous and live out of the abundance that we find in Christ, because we have so much to give. Can't wait to see you next week. Bye!